Hello, my bookish friends. I am Ses, and welcome to my book vlog. I am so excited today because finally I'm gonna be doing my first book video, and I can't wait to share you all my book recommendations, book reviews, current reads, book hauls, and all other bookish stuff. To all of my international friends from Bookstagram who are watching right now, you're all probably confused thinking, who the heck is Ces? Well, it's me, France from Read with France on Bookstagram. My nickname is Tess. That is why, just making it clear. Anyway, as I mentioned, I have Bookstagram. You can check it out and you can follow me if you want. I also have Goodreads. So if you have one, you can add me and let's be friends. I always update and post my reviews after finishing a book. So you can check the links on the description box below. Too much has been said. Without further ado, for today's video, we're gonna head out and book shopping. Yes, let's start this video by spending lots of money to satisfy my book addiction. So I'm going to two bookstores today, National Bookstore and Fully Booked. Let's see what books I'll ended up buying. And I'm back together with the books that I bought. But before we proceed to the book haul, I just want to share a short story about my crazy experience when I went book shopping. So last Friday, that was May 19th, the most anticipated and first SM Supermall has finally opened here in Bataan. My mom and I were supposed to go on the day after the opening because for sure the mall will be jam-packed and there will be so many people going in there. But I don't know what happened. We ended up going sa opening date mismo. Tama kami. Sobrang daming ang tao. Pero hindi pa yan yung main story. So bago pa yung opening, I was scrolling through Instagram and I came across to one of Fully Book's posts and I saw na magkakaroon sila ng bagong branch sa province. When I read the caption, it'll be in SM Bataan. When I saw that post, I was ecstatic and overjoyed because finally, magkakaroon na rin ng Fully Booked branch dito. And that made me decided to push through this book vlog and naisip ko na why not mag-book shopping and book haul ako sa Fully Booked for my first content. Let's go back dun sa opening ng SM. Pumunta na ako ng Fully Booked. Namili na ako ng mga books na bibilin ko. So, nasa counter na ako. And after ko magbayad, bumaba na kami sa ground floor and pumunta kami sa isang milk tea shop. And when we were waiting for our orders, I was about to reach my phone inside my bag. I was rummaging all of my stuff in there. Then na-realize ko na my phone is missing. I was in panic mode at that time. Mabilis akong tumakbo, paakyat sa floor ng Fully Booked. Nakita ko na pasara na sila. I think naiwan ko siguro yun sa counter when I was paying. I went inside, kinausap ko yung mga staff doon sa counter and I told them that ako yung nakaiwan ng phone. One of the staff there asked for my PIN number just to make sure na ako nga yung may ari ng phone na yun. Thank God, I got my phone back and I just want to thank the customer who saw my phone and reported it to the staff. You're so kind. You're a good person. May God bless you. And to all of the Fully Booked staff in SM Bataan, thank you as well. You guys are so accommodating and so approachable. Moving on, I am so excited to show you all the books that I bought. As I've mentioned, I went to 2 bookstores. I first went to National Bookstore, but unfortunately, wala akong nabiling books doon because all of the books that are in there, meron na ako. Kaya sa fully booked lang ako nakabili. I'm gonna start off with this book, Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. This is a book series. This is book 1. I already bought book 2 and 3 last year when it was up for sale in National Bookstore. Pero nung time kasi na yon, wala yung book 1. Kaya nung nakita ko to sa fully booked, hindi na ako nag-hesitate na bilhin to because I heard good things about this book. I'm going to tell you guys what the book is all about. So I'm gonna read the short summary. In a small back alley in Tokyo, there is a cafe which has been serving carefully brewed coffee for more than 100 years. But this coffee shop offers its customers a unique experience, which is the chance to travel back in time. In Before the Coffee Gets Cold, we meet 4 visitors, each of whom is hoping to make use of the cafe's time-traveling offer in order to confront the lover who left them, receive a letter from their husband whose memory has begun to fade, see their sister one last time, and meet the daughter they never got the chance to know. But the journey into the past does not come without risks. Customers must sit in a particular seat, they cannot leave the cafe, and finally, they must return to the present before the coffee gets cold. Oh, so interesting! Hindi ko pa naman siya nasisimulan basahin, but I am already hooked. Sa summary pa lang, and I have a feeling na mabilis ko lang din tong matatapos because as you can see, the book is so short. I think maybe 100 pages lang to. Oh no, 200 pages. So this will be a fast read. Also, I saw many good reviews and they kept saying that it is heartwarming and heartbreaking at the same time, and that this book made them cry. If there's one book that I won't bring in public, it's this book. I'm afraid people who are gonna see me read this book might think I'm plotting something bad against my family, and I don't want to give that kind of vibe, of course. How to Kill Your Family is my second book haul, and I'm gonna read to you guys what it's all about. They say you can't choose your family, but you can kill them. What? Meet Grace Bernard, daughter, sister, serial killer. Grace has lost everything, and she will stop at nothing to get revenge. Oh, deliciously dark. The title caught my attention. I also love its cover, and isn't it so intriguing on why the heck she would want to kill her family? Anyway, I cannot wait to read this one. The third book that I picked up is My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Moshfegh. The story is set in New York City in the year 2000. An unnamed narrator has decided to try to sleep through a year. She is 26, pretty, and rich, with the inheritance her dead parents left behind. Her on-again, off-again Wall Street boyfriend doesn't treat her great, and her relationship with her best friend Reba is toxic in the best of times. Can taking many drugs and sleeping aids help her accomplish her goal? So this is the first book that I held on to the moment I stepped in the bookstore, and marami din akong nakikita good reviews about how good this book is, and one of my favorite booktubers also recommended this book. That's why I decided to buy this as well. Next is, this is the second book of the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. I read the book 1 last year and I loved it. I remember giving it a 5-star rating because that's just how amazing the book is. There are lots of mystery and suspense on book 1, and it will give you a whodunit vibe. So the book 1 is about Auntie Belle, who was murdered by her boyfriend 5 years ago, and the body was never found. Years later, Pippa Fitzmaurice suspects it wasn't an open and shut case, and chooses to make a study of it for her final year project at school. So that was the story of book 1. But here in book 2, it's about Pippa again, of course. Pippa Fitzamaby is not a detective anymore. Her true crime podcast about the murder case she solved last year has gone viral. Yet, Pippa insists her investigating days are behind her. But she will have to go back on her word when someone close to her goes missing and the police can't do anything about it. If they won't investigate, then Pippa will, uncovering more of her town's dark secrets along the way. But will she find the answers before the time runs out? Well, I just hope that this sequel is as great as the first book. Second to the last is Shatter Me by Tahera Mafi. Shatter Me is about a 17-year-old girl named Juliet whose touch is fatal, meaning it can literally pull the life out of anyone who touches her skin. People feared and loathed her because of her strange abilities, so she is placed in a mental asylum because of that. So this is also a book series. This is book 1. It is a young adult dystopian fantasy science fiction. I already read this on Kindle last year and I remember being iffy when I started it because I'm a huge romance and mystery suspense reader. I'm not a fantasy book kind of a person, and I also remember when I was halfway through the book, I was like so invested. I didn't expect that I would like it. I want to know what's gonna happen next. This book, the series was so overhyped across Bookstore and TikTok, and I want to know what the hype is all about. So when I saw this in Fully Booked, hindi rin ako nag-hesitate na bilhin na rin to because I also want to have a physical copy of this book and I plan to reread it because I remember giving this book a 3.5 star rating, but who knows? Maybe it'll change when I reread this again. The last book that I'm going to show you is included in my priority book list, and it's none other than The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Ko lang napansin na most of the books that I've bought, lahat sila series, and pati pala to, series din siya. So this is book 1. Yung book 2 is The Hawthorne Legacy and book 3 is The Final Gambit. Sobrang tagal ko nang gustong bilhin itong book na to because I kept hearing good things about this one. So I decided to finally check it off on my list of books to buy. The story is about Avery Grams. She has a plan for a better future, survive high school, win a scholarship, and get out. But her luck changes in an instant when billionaire Tobias Hawthorne dies and leaves her virtually his entire fortune. The only catch, Avery must move into his sprawling mansion full of secret passages, riddles, and codes. Unfortunately for Avery, Hawthorne House is also occupied by the family that was just disinherited. This includes the 4 Hawthorne grandsons, dangerous, magnetic boys who grew up with every expectation that one day they would inherit billions, but they are disinherited. This is interesting. Heir apparent Grayson is convinced that Avery is a con woman, and he is determined to take her down. But his brother Jameson views her as their grandfather's last hurrah, a twisted riddle, a puzzle to be solved. Caught in a world of wealth and privilege, with danger around every turn, Avery will have to play the game herself just to survive. I love this. I think this book will keep me guessing. I am so curious why Tobias Hawthorne's sons will be disinherited while Avery, a non-relative, will get an inheritance. I'm so glad that I went book shopping and that I ended up buying a total of 6 books, which I'm not regretful. This will be added on my TBR bookshelf. As of now, I have a total of 26 unread books. So that is it for today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you have read or currently reading any of the books that I bought. You can also comment what book content you want me to see in my next video. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. Hope you guys have a wonderful week ahead and stay tuned for more book contents. And let's keep reading because reading is fundamental!